Hey, welcome back. My name is Anna, and today we are talking about bad boys. Now, you either have been the girl or you know a girl who has dated a bad boy, or you were the friend of someone who did. Now, regardless of whoever it was that actually encountered the experience of said bad boy, it's very safe to say that, well, most people will tell you just don't do it. It's not worth it, it's toxic, and it's going to end up in tears. And that's usually how most relationships with bad boys happen. And even psychotherapists are a little bit confused as to why women continuously, endlessly, never stop falling for the bad boy trap. There is never long-term stability or emotional fulfillment. But I'm here today to tell you the reasons why women are attracted to bad boys. Stay tuned. But first, what actually is a bad boy? Now, if you think about a bad boy, you might think of someone such as Colin Farrell, Robert Downey Jr., Johnny Depp, Jason Momoa, and Jude Law, and many other types of guys. Now, all of these celebrities ooze that bad boy look. The hypersexual vibes, they are oozing testosterone, and we know they are they're gonna be trouble at most times, but they have this intense burning passion to enjoy life, and it's something that us ladies really are attracted to. So we could say that we consider a bad boy to be uber attractive, very self-confident, and they only live up to the motto, do what you enjoy every single day, or they might say, go big or go home. A stereotypical bad boy probably does own a motorbike, has a longish hairstyle, has lots of muscles, he smokes, and he has a very defined jawline. But that's not obviously going to be every bad boy. Now, if you do feel a little deflated that you don't fit into the bad boy looks club, don't worry, because by the end of this video, you're going to feel pretty good about yourself, because women are aware that bad boys don't actually make long-term ideal partners, and it's just a fleeting passion. Now, in comparison, it's a little like Instagram models. You wouldn't expect to take them home to your mum, you don't expect to date them long-term, but to spend a night with one would possibly boost your self-confidence for the next year. Okay, so let's dive in. Bad boys have more self-confidence. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you know me by now, you know that self-confidence is a big turn on for women. It's something that women want to see. And it oozes from every pore of a bad guy. They carry the most self-confidence way of life. Everything from their vehicle choice, which usually is a motorbike, how they dress oozes self-confidence, how they smell, because they always have amazingly good smelling colognes, and also their food choices. No matter what a bad boy is doing in his daily life, he always gets the eyes from approaching women. Their personality is attractive. Everything about a bad boy looks, smells, and sounds good. Now, when you do think of a bad boy, you will assume that he has his life figured out, or he at least follows the path of doing what he loves every single day. Now, this is very attractive because they follow their goals and their dreams, and also when they are pursuing a woman, they just know how to make her feel special because they put time in, they live in the present moment, and it's such a turn on for women that this is something that they truly crave from guys. Ovulation takes the wheel. I said it. When a woman is in her most fertile window of her menstrual calendar, this is the time when she's most likely to become pregnant, her brain is scouting around for the best father figure for her children. And at this time here, the guys who are considered to be top candidates, top contenders of being good breeding stock, are those that are good looking, slightly rebellious, and have that art of charisma and charm, which happens to be a bad boy. So technically, us ladies only like a bad boy at a certain time of the month. It frees their inner bad girl. Well-known psychologist Robin McKay made a brilliant, shocking discovery of what type of girl is actually more likely to want to date a bad guy. And this is the girl that was suppressed during childhood. She has this inner urge to let out her rebellious side that she probably never did in her teen years. Therefore, dating a bad boy brings out that trapped fire that she never actually had chance to experience in her previous years. Women feel most protected by a bad boy. Bad boys usually are teamed up with a fair amount of muscle, and us women are very much attracted to those guys that have a lot of physical strength. Now remember, we are attracted to physical strength, not the look of strength, which is why we can be quite put off by the bodybuilder type. Therefore, dating a bad boy means that we feel protected. We have this strong man to fight our corner and to keep us safe. It also brings around the thrill of adventure. Naturally, we probably assume that a bad boy owns a few motorcycles. They might not, but we presume they do, and they partake in some extreme sports because, well, subconsciously, we know that they are thrill seekers of adventure. They want to have the most out of life. And women love this attitude in a guy because it shows that this person is very fun and far from boring. Now, women love to date guys that always want to enjoy life, that keeps her on her toes, wants to have fun and go out on adventures with her. To be their rebound partner. Oh yes, rebound relationships aren't really anything worthwhile, sadly. Someone that comes out of a relationship and is either trying to hurt the other person, doesn't want to be on their own, they are still carrying a lot of hurt and resentment, and instead of emotionally healing and accepting this time to be on their own, to figure out who they are and to grow as a single person again, they jump straight into a relationship. And more often than not, women will jump into a rebound with a bad boy. Now, the bad boy is the best rebound candidate because they aren't going to say no to turning down advances with a lady. They don't want to stick around for a long-term relationship, and that suits both parties. They are always up and ready for a bit of fun, and yeah, the relationship with the bad boy is just like it says on the tin. It's bad for you if taken in large doses. And if a woman just came out of a boring, mundane, suppressed, slightly manipulative, abusive relationship, she is much more likely to bag a bad boy to feel the spark of passion again, to encourage her to come out of her shell. It's kind of her way of sticking up her middle finger to her ex-partner and saying, look at me, I'm doing pretty awesome right now, dating this guy. They are fixer-uppers. You know how people want to buy a cheap rundown house and then they want to do it up, put their own spin on it, and then it becomes theirs? Well, this is exactly how some women like to treat the bad boy. They can basically see the bare bones of a man, and if a woman does lack her own boundaries and she experienced some form of trauma and some hurt in her past, or she has a history of an anxious attachment, she is the lady who is much more likely to date the bad boy in the hope that she can somehow fix him so that he fixes her. And it makes herself feel good in some way to repair that emotional wound from her past. But sadly, relationships don't really work that way. But for the emotionally dependent woman, she never really sees that and continues to go after bad boys. Bad boys are chosen for the casual relationships. Now, Jeffrey C. Urbanick and Peter R. Killman, well, they wanted to actually put that nice guy stereotype to the test, and they did some studies. Now, they found out from their study of 48 college-aged women who indicated that both the niceness and physical attractiveness were positive factors in a woman's choice of who she would like to date, and also the desirability ratings of the men. Now, as it turns out, the nice guys were actually chosen for the serious relationships, whereas men that the women considered to be the bad boy, they look like the bad boy type, who actually were very good looking, are those that women wanted for those casual relationships. So friends with benefits, one night stands, all those types of things. You would go for a bad boy for that. They are taboo. Now, our mothers and our best friends, they all warn us to stay clear of the bad boys as they are always always most definitely a recipe for trouble and heartache. Yet, that urge to date a bad boy, well, it just feels so irresistible. Now, dating a bad boy, let's face it, it's going to be so exciting because it makes us ladies feel that we are sticking up a middle finger to what society tells women to do and how to be. It's like us saying, screw you world, today I'm going to go skydiving with my hot, badass, bad boyfriend instead of folding laundry for 3 hours. And there we go, we've reached the end of the video. If you want to binge some more, click right here. Or if you want to get your name up on our super fan board, then all you have to do is be a member of our Joyanima monthly membership. Details will be down below. Like and subscribe. See you soon.